I can't be bothered to do that. I'm lazy. I'm going to sit in my chair. I have a pillow behind me to prop up my back. For Northerners Podcast. We are two sisters in fiber coming to you from the Canadian prairies in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. This is episode 120. Look at me call that up from memory just now. Oh, man.
I would have to check back.
Yeah, that's all the pressure I needed for today. Brought to you at Jocelyn's house because she has the quiet air conditioning unit.
She does.
Like
it's great.
Central air, so you can't actually.
Out.
It is. It's a high of 28 today or 30 something. Anyway,
I think mine said 31.
30, yeah.
Oh,
but
something gross.
It's the air quality, which is poor because of the forest fires that are going on. So Diana sent a text this morning and said, "How about you don't ride the bus?" I'm like, well, I am very cranky when I'm hot. I'm even more cranky when I'm hot and I can't breathe well. Yes, you should probably drive over. She was like, your air conditioning's quiet. I'm like, also true statement. Which is
said, you do have a cat.
I do have a cat.
Noise.
She'll do whatever it is that she wants to do because that's how that works. I was practicing my spinning this morning and she stole an emery board right off my computer desk. Looked right at me while she did it too. Jerk. Oh well, It is what it is. I'm Jocelyn, my co-host is
Diana.
And theoretically we talk about knitting and like everything else that crosses my mind. It's playtime, folks. If you hear binging and boinking in the background, that's the cat playing with her cat toy.
It's very cute.
It's a little bird thing on a stick and I got it wedged on the side of the couch so she can just play when she wants. She doesn't need a human. So like if I'm napping, she can still have playtime. Though sometimes she'll pull it out from the couch and then I'll wake up and it's right in front of my face on the bed. Oh, okay.
It's playtime.
It's time to play. I got it. We don't at 3 a.m. I put it back on the edge of the couch and go back to bed.
Fair. So today we are covering What's in Our Cup, Woolly Workings, Spinning Yarns, Yarn on the Go, Wool Gathering, Kniterature, and Events as I talk off to the side of the camera, so I have no idea how the sound quality on that is. Sorry about that.
We're never worried about my voice registering. We do worry about Diana's voice registering because I am loud. And I'm okay with my loudness. Diana comes at a much more human volume level, and that can be interesting sometimes.
Balancing audio is
loud, obnoxious, gregarious human being, nice, kind, quiet human being.
Balancing the audio is a journey. Let's go with that.
It's not the word I'd use, but yep, that works fine. Oh, jeez.
Our last co-op student that sat beside me, whenever she'd spend like a really long time figuring something out, she'd figure it out and then be like, wow, that was a journey. And I liked it. So I kept using it.
Journey? That's an adventure?
It's a journey.
It's interesting. If I've gone with, well, it was interesting, it's not bode well. It does not bode well, people. I am enjoying a cup of peppermint tea from Stash because we are inside and my house is a cool 19 degrees in the basement.
It's lovely.
I have with clean air because we got the extra HEPA filters in because my mom used to live here.
Oh no.
She needs it. She's been locked inside better part of a week because of the poor air quality out in Saskatoon.
Yesterday was insane. Today's not so bad. It doesn't smell like a campfire outside today. Yesterday it was so bad it was like fog.
I know. I used the last of my inhaler yesterday. I literally have to go get more as soon as air quality clears out, or I can get a ride over and pay for it. So sometime this week, I guess. And yeah, it's not fun.
Well, like I'm not so super sensitive to that stuff, and like my eyes and nose were just streaming. I was sneezing. Like wow, this is rough.
Poor air quality is never fun for anybody. So, Mom's been complaining she's been stuck inside. So, I got her set up for some internet shopping. Dad's about to receive some fun packages in the mail. Not my fault. Mom's retired. She can do whatever she wants with her own money. I just enable it, which is good because drama. In my life this week. All right, shall we discuss? Oh wait,
yeah.
Talk about what you're drinking. I just want to jump into this mountain that's over here.
Yeah.
It also went off the deep end.
So I'm continuing my trend in taking delight in putting tea in a cafe mug for some reason.
It really brings you a sense. I made sure the cafe mug was clean and dry and in the cupboard for you this morning. So I know how much you enjoy it.
I enjoy the irony of tea in a coffee mug.
Guys, I put coffee in all my mugs.
Yeah.
All of them.
It makes zero difference. It just brings me a sense of
none.
joy.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows the difference.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
Anyway, so this is some raspberry pomegranate from Twinings?
Twinings?
Yeah.
I say Twinings. I could be wrong.
I also say Twinings, but it's only got one N, so English words
would be
say it should be Twinings.
Yeah.
Somebody should correct us in the comments or something.
Yeah.
Somebody correct us, because I want to know which way's right.
Don't feel bad if you feel the urge to correct us because we've done something grammatically incorrect. I do grammatically incorrect things all the time, which includes mispronouncing things all over my native language, because that's how it works in my brain. I'm giving up. I
should really get some of this and make a picture of iced tea because it is glorious.
It is an amazing sweet fruit tea, and it makes an amazing iced tea. I actually got, remember, so people who've listened and watched this for a while, back in, when we did the behind closed doors, we went shopping, which, oh man, we need to do that again this year.
Oh, that was
amazing. So much fun. I picked up those 2 tumblers. One was a hot tumbler, one was a cold tumbler.
Oh, yeah.
The cold tumbler is currently in the fridge chilling a cup of sea buckthorn cherry iced tea for myself. Super pumped, you guys. It'll be ready for dinner. It'll go great with my salad. Because I got fresh veggies.
I should actually use my David's Tea iced tea pitcher and make some iced tea like I keep saying I'm going to do. I should also make some cold brew coffee like I've been saying I'm going to do.
You're a sad hipster of a human being. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing?
Not making hipster homebrew cold drinks, apparently.
You needed to make cold brew coffee. It is amazing.
I know it is. I did it last summer and I just haven't got around to it for some strange reason.
That's how I've been making my coffee.
I've been doing iced coffee at work. And by iced coffee, I mean literally pouring the pre-made coffee into a glass full of ice and adding a splash of milk. But somebody always walks into the kitchen at the exact moment that I'm putting the splash of milk in, and they're like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, literally, it's coffee with ice in it.
Yeah. I like cold brewing on my counter and then sticking it in the fridge while I exercise. Yeah. And then add a splash of creamer because I'm fancy.
I just make it the night before in a mason jar, so I've just got like super concentrated cold brew that I can water down in the morning and do whatever I want with.
No, I make mine overnight. I just make it in the French press. So it's fine, but I don't drink coffee first thing in the morning.
Fair.
Because since my first in the morning is 6 a.m. and I'm not drinking coffee till like 11 or 1. I was having coffee when Diana texted me this morning. I was like, I just sat down and have mine. So just putting it in the fridge for a couple hours is fine because I'm literally not drinking it right away anyway.
Fair.
I don't want it right away. I just enjoy having it. It is my socially accepted, approved addiction.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is my drug of choice. Knitting? Works? Things? What are we doing?
Woolly workings.
Sure.
You've got lots more things and I'm also in the middle of a row, so how about you do a few?
I'm constantly in the middle of the row right now. I got super distracted because I pulled out all of the things I wanted to complete for Stash Dash this year. There's actually one sitting on the kitchen table, on the dining room table way back there. There's a box with a sweater. Well, it's my crocheted.
Squinting at the screen? Sure, if you say so.
Squinting at the screen. I'm like, my eyes are closed, everything's blurred.
I see. Okay, yeah.
I know it's there, but I can't see it, guys. You might be able to see it in the background, which the funny thing is when I'm editing, I can see the things in the background because I get really close to the screen. Which I don't do when I'm out here sitting at the, and I can't be much farther away because my screen's about 3/4 of an arm width away from me. But that's definitely like 2 arms away from me or such, hey? So what do you think? 2-3 feet? The camera from us? The camera's my phone, you guys. My phone's like what? Maybe 3 feet from us? Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's being generous. Likely closer to like 2.5 feet.
I stretch my leg out, I can kick the tripod, so it's not that far away.
But I have a 36-inch inseam, so can I. Got long legs, you guys. And I can't really make out the camera, so I have no idea why I was squinting at the screen. That's not going to do anybody any good. I got super distracted once I pulled everything out, and I decided to work on all the things. Because that's what I do. So what I think I'll talk about first is not the thing I just make noise with, but my mallow cardigan.
That seems to be off a needle.
Ugh, that's because I haven't picked up for the collar yet.
But this is exciting. That means you finished another piece of it.
Oh, my fronts were done. I finished my back, and I have now sewn my back to my fronts. So
oh, it looks like a cardigan.
It looks like a cardigan, and it's got a massive lace panel.
Oh my goodness.
I had to stay up late, like 2 a.m. late. I go to bed at 10 o'clock, guys. It's really late. But I really wanted to get the freaking lace panel done, because I was like, I'm not waking up in the morning and doing 8 rows of lace chart. I'm not. Just doing it till it's done, guys. So I finished it. I did my... And I literally whip stitched it, because I knew it wasn't going to matter. I was right. You can't tell on the lace panel on top back. I got my 2 side panels done. So I need to pick up for my collar now and do my collar stitches. And I gave it a block, and the lace blocked out too long. So now I need to shrink it up to the right size.
Ah.
Which is fine. That's putting it in the dryer for a couple of minutes, whatever. Re-wetting it and setting it out lightly and bringing everything into line and letting the lace shrink up a little.
Fair enough.
That's fine. I don't mind. I've still got 2 balls and a bit of my Barocco DK Vintage, which is what I've been working on this mallow out of. But the hard part is done.
Woo!
Which is all this lace detailing in here, which if I just do this, you guys can see.
It's so pretty.
It's a lot of lace.
It is.
Looks really good.
Flowery pattern, yes?
It is.
Probably a mallow flower.
Yes.
Whoa! I see what they did there.
In fact, the blue
Making connections.
The blue looks great. I have woven in no ends. None. They're just strings hanging everywhere. Don't care right now. I could do my sleeves next, but I want to make the sleeves long and see if I've got enough to make them longer than they call for in the pattern. So I'm going to do the collar first, so that I can squeeze out every little bit of yarn for my sleeve length. Makes sense to me. That and the collar's only like 2 inches, and 2 inches in a DK white yarn is nothing. But I do have to go in and pick up all the stitches, so it'll take me a little bit. It's not a short cardigan. The fit's great. Like I've already put it on because it's seamed together. It's wearable.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. It's fine.
Wear it out.
No, it's not ready for that yet. But we are definitely getting there, and it looks like it's going to be an excellent fit when I'm done.
Excellent.
So that's going to be worked on, but that was the most progress. That was like the biggest project this week. But if you guys remember last week, I was like on row 60 on Sunday.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh gosh, neither do I. But I'm done a lot, and it's a 116 row lace chart. It's not an insignificant lace chart. I'm doing the 52-inch bust size, because that's the size the girls are. And that's something like 188 stitches across the back or something crazy like that. No, more than that. No, less than that? Less than that. Whatever 89 plus 21 and 21 is.
A number.
89 plus 42.
It's a number. Can I do math and knit at the same time?
130 something?
Sure.
I'm a history student. I don't math. I memorize dates and times. So that's done. I am super happy with the blue and how it's turning out. It looks really good because I've obviously held it up again to a bunch of my clothing and stuff to see what it looks like. And I wear a lot of black, so worst case scenario, I'm wearing it with my black stuff. Oh noes. I got the call from Red. If you guys have watched other episodes, you'll know her as Terry. She sometimes guest hosts with us when Diana or I are pinched and need someone to rescue us. Terry has always been good for that. I had sent out a text to do an impromptu crafty ladies meetup because she's on summer break and I work for myself so I can take days off. And a fellow girlfriend of ours, Miss C, is in the process of buying a house. So we all kind of have days right now.
Yeah.
So we went to Miss C's house, well, her current home, and we decided to do some crafting. We could have sewn. We could have been productive. What did we do? We all pulled out our knitting and played phone games. This could have been a really good story. It's not. We could have done more. I, of course, am in the middle of the road, because when am I not in the middle of the road? Because I was done my cardigan, I'd stayed up late the night before finishing it. I wanted to work on something that was not cardigan. Apparently, I also did not want to work on lace at all. So I've done, what, 2-3 rows on my Northern Radiance shawl that I'm working on, because it is literally a simple eyelet lace repeat, and I didn't even want to yarn over and knit two together.
Oof.
I was done over it.
Laced out.
I was laced out. So I got part of the way into
that
a row.
Mean something else.
I have no idea. It's possible. I'm not going to think about it. It's quite far along at this point. I've got one more repeat of the pattern section to do, and then I'm just into the lace section, and then I get to bind off. So we're coming along pretty quickly. The skeins I'm using are 2 colors from Penny from Creek Garden Craft. I'm using a little nub of hibiscus pink going on, and I've got this skein shrinks a ton every row. A skein of speckled, variegated, and it's a white base with green and more of the hibiscus pink and some blue in there called hibiscus flowers. These are 100% Pima cotton. The only reason it's safe for my mother is because my mother doesn't wear pink. Which, given her skin tone color, wouldn't she look stunning in pink? She'd look so good. She's not into pink, so we don't wear it.
Fair.
No. I hold up pink every once in a while to her face, and I get the look. Any of you guys have mothers? You know what look
she's very good at the look.
She does the whole, excuse me? How much do you want to survive right now? You're like, okay, not doing that. So I took a backup project, because any hardcore knitter would. Why wouldn't you? You're going to a person's house for like 3 or 4 hours. You take 2 knitting projects, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm astounded you didn't take 3 or 4.
Just 2. We were supposed to be actually useful adults that day. I was like, oh man. We were sitting out in the sunroom, which was fine because it was like 22 degrees outside that day. And I sat right in front of the window with the breeze. And the breeze saved my butt, guys, because the other thing I took was my Twin It Up shawl. What was I thinking? This is lap-sized alpaca wool. But no, I took it with me because I was going to work on it in this magical 4 hours where I was going to finish a shawl and need a second project.
Absolutely.
So, did you just jump over my leg? What are
Cat's
you doing?
All up in the things.
So, it lives in my dragon fiber bag that has coffee all over it. Because it's coffee. And I am... What are you doing? Like what?
Phaedra wants to be on the podcast too.
Phaedra wants to do something. I'm just not sure what she's doing. Oh, she's back there, is she?
Yeah, she is.
Sure.
She might start grooming me in a second. I don't know.
Well, if your hair's damp, she'll chew on it.
It's not damp.
She likes damp hair. Not sure so much about not damp hair, but she loves chewing on damp hair. Guys, I have a cat. It is what it is. So I put in, not a bunch, just like, let's say, 4 or 5 bumps in this bump section I'm working on, so not a ton. This shawl was a mystery knit along. That was... She really loves the alpaca. Would you like a cat? Free, good to a good home. No, I will never get rid of my cat. If the tripod shakes, she's now climbed underneath it. So I am finishing up this bump section. It's a big bump section. I need to have 13 of these little bumps when I'm done. This was an MCAL that was started in January from the girls at Cozy Up Knits. I love it. It is also, I kid you not, I currently have it at my knees and it is now up to my shoulders. And I'm not done. By any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, it's a big shawl.
Yeah.
I happily worked on that. Thank heavens for the window, because it was the only thing rescuing me from having fingering weight alpaca on my lap and wool in 20-degree heat, because I was not thinking when I picked projects for the project to go to Missy's house with. So not a ton of progress. However, this is also the story of some woe, because my yarn is slightly crunchy.
Some woe?
some woe.
Okay, let's have the tale of woe.
Let's talk about my colors first, because I don't want to talk about my tale of woe, because my tale of woe is it's just sad. I am doing my Twin Up MCal, well, I should stop calling it MCal, because it's been known for a while now. Jocelyn's just really behind. I'm doing my Twin Up shawl in 3 colors, 2 of which are fingering weight alpaca that I got from Knit Picks. One is called Bennett, the other is called Elizabeth. One is a bluey green, one is a nice burgundy red, because Elizabeth Bennett. So I'm going to be calling this my Elizabeth Bennett shawl because I've paired it with a speckle yarn from Midnight Cravings that is called The Girl Next Door. The names worked out so well. Yeah. So it was good. This all came from my stash. But I came home and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep working on this because the idea of doing lace is offensive to my brain right now. So I'm working on this at the computer because that's what I do. I watch knitting YouTubes at the computer and I work on knit projects. To me, this makes a great deal of sense. No, you can't lie on it right now. I'm showing it off. I swear, cat. So I left it, got up, came back. I had forgotten to put my cup of tea up somewhere high, and I elbowed my cup of tea onto my knitting and all over my keyboard.
Oh no.
Because I didn't see the cup. Now, not seeing the cup is not unusual, but I have a raised surface that my screens sit on, and I usually put it up there so it's out of range of elbows to prevent this exact problem from occurring. Which only works if you actually put the teacup up there, guys. So I got tea all over the red part of the knitting. So, I mean, it smells great because it smells like peppermint tea now. The downside is I'm now down a keyboard.
Oh no.
On top of being down a sewing machine. I'm waiting for the last thing to break. Just, everything comes in threes, right?
Oh dear.
But it shouldn't be the air conditioning unit because we replaced that last year.
Oh, just you wait.
Could you, what, oh, man. For the record, for people who make knitting bags, these little thingies you put on the side of the bag, the only thing they're good for is cat toys. That's it. You never sit on my lap. Why are you here?
Because you had alpaca, and I'm petting her.
That's fair.
She's spread across both our laps right now, for the record.
She truly is.
She understands how this works.
Yes. I, however, get the sharp nail side into my bare naked leg because I'm wearing a skirt. Thanks, your mommy appreciates it. So, work slowly continues on this. It's one of my stash goals is to get this done. Guys, it's going to use all 3 of these skeins. So I am at, what, 400, 800, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm over 1,200 yards when I'm done. That's a kilometer and a bit. That's a significant chunk of knitting and yarn. And I'd like to free this project bag up so in the fall I can take some patterns to the Fiber Festival and put yarn in it to make fall projects out of. So that is my goal. So that's 3 of them down. You've got 1, and I've got 2 more. Why don't you go?
All right.
While I deal with
quadruped,
my furry offspring.
Okay, I had to get this all out of the way. Okay, I have been supremely monogamous on my Find Your Fade.
Which is good, because you wanted to get it done.
I did, in fact. Oh my gosh, okay.
And unlike me, you don't get as distracted. I'm like, whoa, shiny thing.
Okay, so let's just admire how far down that little sheepy progress keeper is.
Oh wow, you did really good.
Yeah, that's like a whole, like, gotta be almost 12 inches.
We can go 12, but probably 10.
Anyway, I was just into the lace on my 2nd shade of blue.
Yep.
Finished that lace, finished the color melting. I am now into my brown color, and I'm rapidly approaching halfway through the melting.
It's a beefy shawl.
I'm fully into the next color is where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Because, now here, if I give you an end.
Oh, she'd love an end.
This is like half of it. This thing is massive.
I'm holding up her corner of her shawl with my right arm and drinking tea with my left with a cat on my lap. Multi-talented.
Anyway, so this thing, I don't spread it out very often, and I admire it every single time, so I'm really excited about it.
You picked amazing colors. This is coming together so dang pretty. I
delighted.
want to do another one so bad.
The only thing I'm slightly less delighted about is...
I want to do another one.
When I was melting into the brown, I missed one row of the blue, so the melting isn't quite perfect, but it's fine.
True story, also, when you're done, you won't notice.
No, nobody will. Also, the brown doesn't melt quite as well into the blue as I thought it would. I thought the purples would match up a little more because there's bits of purple in both.
Because you've got this strong color over here, which has got a very not melty, more of a sort of like a sharp fade to it. So I think that balances out really nice, having that slightly sharper fade on the brown. I think that came along really nicely. Ooh. Oh, so pretty. Yes. It's going to be so nice to wear.
So this pretty brown color with a little bit of purple.
I want to do another one, but I want to do it out of cashmere.
I'm now into
the ridiculous
truffle color from Hedgehog Fibers that I got during my 8-hour layover in Dublin like 5 years ago.
Jeez.
Travel yarn!
Oh, it looks so good. So happy.
I probably won't wear this too much when it's done just because there's so many colors in it, and like how do you match that with an outfit?
Easy. You don't give two farts and wear it because it's pretty.
That's true. I may well do that.
Are you kidding me with your camel colored coat?
Oh, that's true.
This will look stunning. And I'm sorry, you are neutral. So it'll go fine.
That's true.
It's not like me where I have a tangerine colored paisley print summer dress.
I also don't necessarily feel like super bright all the time, so I don't know how much wear. I might wear it a lot, I might never wear it, but either way, it's going to be really pretty and it's going to like decorate the back of a couch or something because it's like all my travel stories in...
I recommended using it while she was sitting at home and reading or watching movies in the fall and wintertime, which is when I wear mine.
Yeah, it might just be like a couch blanket.
To wrap up that way, but I want to make another one in the cashmere in some stark neutrals like grays and blacks and whites. Well, obviously not black, but grays and whites and that, because I think they would look so good. So
I'm super happy with this.
It looks really good. Yeah, let's drape it on a cat. She loves yarn.
Absolutely.
She gives us the "what are you doing" look.
Oh, I've got the little tail twitch. She's irritated at something.
That's draping yarn on her. Ever since she came home, she doesn't like things on top of her. Blankets, sheets. Which is weird because she helps me make the bed. And we can all just imagine that in your brain. And you are correct. You are not wrong. Whatever it is you're picturing, we've done it. Make bed making take 20 minutes, my dear. It's not normal. Alright, so.
What else have you got?
I did a little bit of work. Oh my gosh. So much stuff going on here. On my corner to corner blanket. Because I wanted something that wasn't fingering weight to work on, and I wasn't going to cast anything on. Well, that failed a day later and I cast something on. But, you know what? Fine. I tried, you guys. I was like, I got worse to projects. It'll be fine. I didn't get a ton of progress done. The corner to corner blanket is a pattern from Red Heart Yarns. It's corner to corner blanket. It's meant to be done in changing yarns so that you get a wavy pattern. This is just a recipe for disaster. Just trying to climb into the bag that holds the yarn. I'm holding two yarns together, so instead of a worsted, it's technically a bulky. I'm holding a Bernat Premium in white, because that's how that is, and a unknown variegated skein of Fun. It's acrylic, but I don't remember who I got it from. Like, I picked it up at Michael's, but I don't remember the brand name of the company. No, don't chase shit. Stop eating stuff. I am 22 bumps across now, 21 bumps across, and I've, oh, thank heavens, we've left. But you can see I got, what, 4 rows in? Put a progress keeper on it. I'm at the point now where it's big enough that I can't see progress as easily, so then you kind of get discouraged.
Yeah.
Thinking it's never going anywhere. So I tucked in the progress keeper that Red made me out of a blown glass twisty leaf that I found at Jacob's Trading Center that I wanted to have turned into a progress keeper, which is perfect on the larger projects because it doesn't disappear.
Nice.
So not a ton of progress, but I needed a break and I took it. And then the next day I didn't want to work on the blanket and immediately cast it on another project. So much for that plan. Whatever. You guys don't tune in to watch me finish things. You tune in to listen to my latest adventures and new stuff. Right? She asks the internet. Alright.
And they wait with bated breath to see if I ever finish anything. Right?
Well, I do.
So do I.
If you remember, earlier this year, I wanted to participate in the Marley Bird and Red Heart Yarns Spring Knit Along. I didn't do last year's, but we did the year before. So the year before was the textured triangle shawl, which I literally made an extra large version that lives on the back of my couch. And then the past year was socks. I wasn't interested in that because I was already in sock making mode. This year was a sweater, and I was like, ooh, I like sweaters. So I had made it. I was right on time. I was good to go. I went to go seam it up. It looked not good on me. So lesson learned, Jocelyn cannot wear bulky things with a ton of positive ease. They don't look good on my frame. So I ended up ripping out a 3/4 done sweater, which hurt. Red helped because I could not have done that on my own. I needed to support for that, so she helped by ripping out a chunk of it for me because I was like, I can't, please just help me get rid of this quietly. Because I wanted to save the yarn. I loved the yarn, but I was never going to wear it. And I am one of the largest people I know who wears knit things, or would be, in my mind, knit worthy at something as big as a sweater's worth of thing, which was 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks for me. So I've recast it back on. I'm doing it in the round instead of flat, so I will have no seaming to do up the sides. Mostly because I'm doing a smaller size, and by smaller I mean I started the extra large, which would have been 8 inches of positive ease, and I will now have 2 inches of negative ease. So like I've gone completely the other direction. What I did do is, when I was debating the sizes to go down to, because I went from an extra large to a medium, I actually asked Red what size she made, and she made a medium. So I actually just tried her finished one on, and we liked the fit for a fitted sweater with the stripes on me.
Okay.
Because I had thought maybe just go down to the large, but I was like, no, I really like the medium. So the medium it is, because that was unblocked. So cool. That tells me when I do, like, because I want to do a boxy, that tells me to go and start with the medium size and not even worry about the double XL size, because it's going to be the wrong ratio for me, because apparently I don't like very baggy drapey things on me that have any weight or substance to them, just the light airy cardigan-y things I wear. Okay, lesson learned. I did 2 inches of ribbing at the bottom. This is now a free PDF pattern that you can get through the Marley Bird website or Red Heart Yarn. It's called the My First Sweater. It is dead simple and I like it, so I'm going to make me another one. It said to do 3 inches of 3x2 ribbing. I gave up at 2 inches because I didn't want to add an extra inch of ribbing. I thought that would be too much. Again, just for what I like. So I'm now literally knitting in the round. I'm going to turn this from a flat pieced to a not flat pieced. I literally cast it on 88 stitches and then cast it on another 88 stitches. Did 2 rows of the ribbing front back, connected it so that I wouldn't get the Mobius strip effect. So I had a little bit to work with, and then did knit 3, purl 2 till I reached 2 inches. And now I'm literally going to knit in the round till I get to the armholes. And when I get to the armholes and I've got the length I want, I will then split and go back and forth to do the top half. So once I split for the sleeves, I'll be making the front piece, and then I'll make the back piece, and then I will sew the shoulder seams together and make my sleeves again. So how long will it take? I don't know. I'm doing mine out of some faucet gems from Loops and Threads, and I will dig in my bag here and see if I can find a ball band still, because again, it was 3/4 done, so a lot of the ball bands have gone missing in the in-between. But I have a potential beach day coming up, and there is no weight to this yet because it's only 2.5 inches of knitting. So I can work on this while I'm at the beach, and because it's straight knitting, I will always, and in the round, I will always be in the middle of a row.
Yeah.
So this makes a lot more sense than, say, 3/4 of a done cardigan where you got all that weight sitting on your lap outside.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, let's not do that. Even though the cardigan's great and I am going to work on it, I'm at the weight now where I need to be inside to do it. And I'm not taking the alpaca shawl to the beach either.
No?
if I get over my lace problem, I'll take my cotton shawl with me. But I did tuck my bag with all my yarns over here. Oh, I still have one in a skein. So it means we can look at the color. It comes in these pretty skeins that look so floofy. What I think I'm going to do is, because I'm making a smaller size, I'll be using a lot less yarn. I'm going to take this and, you know that coffee shop shawl that I love so much?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the coffee shop shawl in this again, because I really liked my brown coffee shop shawl. What do we got here? It's 200, and I don't know why I'm trying to read the ball band. Do we have a color on here?
Don't know.
Faucet stones. I can't remember if it did or not. Oh wait, it's got color.
Color number 14,
nice.
Jade.
It's a jade. I can. Oh yeah, that's totally got jade greens in there. I should see where they get that. Anyway, it works out really pretty. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen photos of it, and you're gonna see more.
Hey.
Because I'll be posting photos again shortly. That's my life. It doesn't have a project bag. It actually lives in one of my sister and brother-in-law's. They went through a stint where they were buying reusable bags, and then all of a sudden they discovered they had 6 Liquor Mart ones because they kept forgetting to take the Liquor Mart ones back to the Liquor Mart. In the province of Manitoba, our booze, or our adult beveraging, is only sold through Liquor Marts. It's not legal to sell it otherwise in this province.
Except for a couple of like import exceptions.
Yeah.
But they're like
some
super specialty.
weird one-off rules. General rule of thumb: to get adult beveraging, you have to go to places called Liquor Marts.
Yep.
So I have one of their spare bags because it's the perfect size to hold sweater yarn, and I was using this as a template for my tote bags for sweater yarn. So I had it downstairs. My sister came down the other day. She's like, "Oh, that's not what that one came downstairs for." I'm like, "Nope. Do you care?" She's like, "No, I got 4 more upstairs, and we don't drink anymore." I'm like, "Ta-da! It's reusable."
Hey.
Yay!
I have a whole bunch of Safeway bags I was going to bring you, and I forgot.
I love me some empty Safeway bags. You got to remember to bring them. Look! I have my Across the Prairies thing in here.
Oh my goodness!
In here. Why did I not start this? It's caked, ready to go. It's got needles. Nope, I started a sweater instead. What do I know?
I have mine too. It's also not started.
Listen, mine's at least caked and ready to go.
Mine's not caked. I haven't even printed the pattern.
Oh, well, what we should do
Let's do that.
is cake it and take some photos before you leave so that we have those.
Good do.
So I have those so I can post them on Instagram this week.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm out of projects.
Okay.
Knitting wise, anyway.
But you did some spinning.
Well, I did some spinning prep.
Okay, spinning prep.
Specifically. So are we on to spinning?
Yeah.
More Jocelyn show?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Jocelyn show. It's my favorite.
I'm just here for support. I know my role.
Guys, there's so much yarn going on all over the place in here. You know, like it's crazy. Look, see? I still got 2 skeins and a significant chunk for the Mellow cardigan.
Oh, wow.
I should be able to make full-length sleeves.
I think so, yeah.
So pumped. And I'll have... Oops. Shook the tripod. I did not intend to do that, guys. Okay, so... You may have heard of a little thing called Tour de Fleece. It's huge.
That's just a little thing.
Well, the insanely amazing cyclists are doing Tour de France, which is a massive cycling event. A bunch of spinners are spinning during the same days. So I have an Ashford traditional spinning wheel. It's 1 treadle, no 1 foot. Yeah, it's 1 foot. And I'm learning to spin. I can drop spindle just fine. I don't currently know where my drop spindle is. I've put it away somewhere safe, which means I can't find it. Happens to me all the time. So I was like, that's fine. I wanted to spin on the spinning wheel. I got in from the Woolery my order for my spinning wheel repair kit. Not because I really needed a repair kit. That's just a bonus to have. Because at some point I'm going to need to do repairs. And oils and stuff. But I wanted the spinning wheel oil in the fancy little bottle with the fancy little applicator. That was my goal. That was what I was after. So I got that in literally the day before. So it showed up on Thursday. And Tour de Fleece started on Friday.
Excellent.
Good timing, Jocelyn, because that could have taken another week to come in because it came from America. I'm like, oh boy. Sometimes it gets here quick. Sometimes
it never shows up.
Or it shows up months later and you're like, really?
Yes, my bag of yarn was very dangerous.
ended up getting a refund for that because it just disappeared into the ether. Just like, okay, I mean, there's nothing they could have done about nothing. It's so out of their hands, it's not even funny. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You did all the right things. It just kind of, you know, so someday it might show up and I'll have fancy yarn for no reason. And I'll be like, when did I order this? Because I'll have forgotten all about it. So on Friday, I triple checked everything, made sure everything was good to go, and made sure I was oiled and ready to go and practice my treadling. Saturday, I decided I was gonna sort of start prep my fiber because I had 5 fiber braids, and I'm bound to determine I want to get through them this year because I want an excuse to buy more fiber in the fall, and to do that I have to spin some of the stuff I already own in my mind. So I started pulling the braid. I pulled the braids apart and I split them to make smaller chunks to deal with. So when I'm spinning, I'm only spinning a smaller chunk. I'm not trying to deal with this massive chunk because, guys, I have a cat. She doesn't chase fiber yet, and we're going to try to keep it that way. So I'm storing them in some classy clear Ziploc bags, the large kind, because I want to be able to see what's in them really easily.
Makes a lot of sense.
And if I have to, I can compress it down and zip it closed and it's safe. So I have this wonderful long braid that, well, was a long braid from Wild Wind Naturals.
Wild Wind Naturals.
And it is, I can read the part where it says it's a merino silk something. There you go.
Let's see, merino silk spinning braid, 80% merino, 20% Tessa silk. Hand dyed, super soft, 4.1 ounces from Wild Wind Naturals. It's all it says.
It's a big thing. It is, to me, goes from a really light cream color to a medium dark coffee color. That's what I see and what I think when I see it, which makes me happy because I like coffee. So I decided I'm going to start spinning with this one because it's got all the nice white and really light colors in it, so I can easily see what it is that I'm doing. Because drafting on a drop spindle is similar but not exactly the same as drafting on a wheel. So I have to get used to that, and I'm not there yet, guys. We're still in practice mode. So Saturday I pulled this and I was like, great, if I'm doing this and I'm splitting fiber and I locked my cat in the bedroom to do it, I'm doing all of it because she gets mad when I lock her in the bedroom, and that's fair. I would get mad too if somebody locked me in the bedroom and said I couldn't come out to play with her fiber. It would make me very grumpy. So I did all the braids. So I also did this braid.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is from Hillary's Yarn Orium, and it goes from, I'll give you the tag because it's got a colorway.
Ultraviolet. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it goes all the way through super, super, super pale purple to dark purple.
This is 100% superwash merino top roving at 19.5 microns.
Super mosh?
Supermosh, yeah.
Feel that stuff. Oh, that's so nice.
Is that even there? Wait, hand that back.
I know. So I broke the braid up. I did the same thing I did the other way. So it's not super prepped. It's not like I've pulled it all off into the super small bits and it's ready to go, but it's in a more manageable size quota instead of in a tightly done braid. Beautiful. And this braid was tight. It's tight. So super happy. I'm going to leave the tags in the fiber till I'm done. The goal is to spin, so it's a 2-ply worsted. Bulky. Somewhere in that range, because I want to make the Night Shift Shawl by Andrea Mallory.
Yes. With
this yarn. Which, by the way, these colors are great. I got some warm, creamy, caramelly coffee colors. I got some purpley colors. This is all in Dawson's wheelhouse. We keep going. We got 2 more to go.
Oh my.
All right. Then we've got the fiber I bought from Daria. Don't need to read the tags because I still remember what these are. I bought some Blood of My Enemies.
That's fun.
The red one's Blood of My Enemies. The black one is Winter on My Mind. No, Winter is Coming.
Yep.
So the red one is Blood of My Enemies, and it's fiery red colors. It is fiery red colors.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
I also have these colors, and I'm so excited to spin them.
I know. Winter is Coming is the black to white one. I don't know what I was thinking other than it's really pretty. I like it. I'm going to struggle so much with this one.
It's purple fluff on
Ooh, purple fluff. Bonus.
Stick that back with the purple fluff.
That makes sense. Fluff everywhere. By the way, I don't eat any fiber when I'm dealing with fiber.
I eat so much fiber. Somehow. I don't understand.
But if I'm knitting on my first sweater, nothing but fiber in my face all the time. I'm like, what is this? I've no experience in your life. Holy man, you must eat a lot of fiber.
Yeah, you gotta get more fiber in your diet.
I don't think I needed more fiber in my diet.
High fiber diet.
But there you go. Oh. That'll have the blends for that on there.
Oh, yes. Fluffy roving.
Yeah.
Approximately 110 grams of 100% superwash merino wool.
Yeah. So I've got me some colors to work on.
Sorry.
So theoretically, I get through a bunch of this during Tour de Fleece, which in my mind is just a great way to go since it runs for 21 days. And you guys know me, once I fall down the rabbit hole for something, I do it consistently for a while, then I give up and I wander away for a bit. Because that's how it works. Don't know why, but that's how my brain works. Suzanne, you'll be happy to know I'm using your Canada bag. Not sure it's what you intended for me to use it for, but it's great to store roving in. Roving? No, spinning fiber in. I'm really excited by this ultraviolet.
It's so bright.
And if I can get through enough by the 27th, and we see them have, we see Hillary's Yarnorium and Daria at the Little Britain thing at the end of this month, I'm buying more. Because if I enjoy it enough to fall off the deep end, I will keep it as a hobby as long as I can. So right now the trick is for me is to figure out how to get the drafting and the spinning wheel part to work. Which isn't bad. I need to practice it. Guys, I have the original instructions for my actual traditional spinning wheel. I have not even pulled them out of the plastic. I went straight to YouTube. I was like, nope. I'm gonna look up videos. So hopefully I get the knack, and then this week some of this is turned into something on a bobbin for you guys to look at.
I'm excited.
That's my goal this week. Actually, have something on the bobbin for next week. It's not massive goals. They're very easily reached progress goals. So that's my spinning. That was fun, by the way. I was watching Stargate when I did that. It was just pulling the fiber apart. It's very satisfying. That's it for spinning.
Feeling so inspired to prep some fiber now.
Oh,
or actually wind it off my bobbin. It
means that when I have 15-20 minutes to spin, I'm ready to go. I can just grab my little thing and pull it and go.
That's smart.
And that just makes have an hour to prep plus 30 minutes to spin, or whatever. But if I've got the time, I can just start spinning right away. For what I do, it makes a great deal more sense. Then I can go like, oh my goodness, I'm out of a thing, I gotta go, and I'm off to the next thing. Maybe picking up my new sewing machine. You guys, I rusted my sewing machine. She broke it.
Aww.
She very broke it. She's so broke it, fixing her would be as much as getting a new machine.
Oh.
Getting a new machine.
Ooh.
She's also well over 20 years old. She don't owe me nothing.
Fair enough.
Also not mine. Came from my mother originally. Super doesn't owe me anything. Do you know how hard it is to find a mechanical sewing machine that does what I want it to do? That doesn't have an LED computer screen? So hard!
Probably very close to impossible now.
What? You want a classic mechanical? I want dials. I'm old. No, it's because I'm going blind. I can't read the LED screen. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it works wonderful. They sound amazing. I wouldn't be able to use any of the functions because I can't read LED screens anymore. Where is the dials? I can still use dials. I'm feeling really antiquated because usually I adopt technology pretty early on.
Yeah.
There was no way. I was down looking at machines with LED screens. Unless the light is just right, I'm sticking my tongue out and I'm holding my foot up at a 45-degree angle. It's just not gonna happen. And I was
that would be really entertaining, though.
I'm so sad because they're so fancy and you could do embroidery with them, and they've got one-step buttonholer makers, and I'm like, all these things I'd love to have, and I'm like, nope, I just wouldn't be able to use it. Boo, earns. So I have ordered myself a classic with twisty knobbies sewing machine, and it should be in on the 12th. So next Friday.
Yeah.
Which will be great because someone has to finish showing a project bag so we can send Asa her prize winnings.
Yep.
Yeah. I already talked to her. I was like, my sewing machine died. I'm like, that tells you how my week's going. She's like, oh dear. Like, as soon as I have a new one, fabric's cut, ready to go. Nope. That's what I was trying to work on and doing it when I realized she was gone. She wasn't coming back. Like,
Rip sewing machine.
Sigh. And not sigh, because I've been arguing and struggling with that machine for the last 3 or 4 years, so I'm happy to not have to do that anymore.
It was time.
Oh god, such a weight off my shoulders. I was talking to my dad. I was like, that's it, I'm not doing it anymore. It's like, I don't know what I'm agreeing to, but okay. Going to the lake for the weekend. Talk to your mom. Yeah.
That's good you got that all. It's all sorted out now. It'll be better.
It will be better, and
It'll
I will be very happy about it. So that'll be the thing. That's it. That's my drama. Is the sewing machine.
That's sufficient
and
drama.
And it's just sewing machine, keyboard. Thought I broke my kettle the other day. It's not a cheap keyboard, guys, and it's going to hurt to have to replace that too.
Oh.
It's my big yellow button one.
Yeah.
I'm currently using my brother-in-law's backup one, which is great. He's like, the screen, like in the backup, it doesn't, because he's a backlit keyboard. He's like, well, it doesn't backlight anymore. I'm like, it's a black button keyboard on a black keyboard. I can't see it anyway. Whether it's backlit or not is irrelevant.
Fair enough.
Makes no difference to me, sir. It's just black. Or it's black with squares around it. Still doesn't tell me what the key is.
Fair.
That's not gonna help.
Well, you can touch type, right? You don't have to actually.
I haven't had to look at a keyboard since junior high.
You're fine then.
I took keyboarding in high school. You learned to type on a typing program.
Fully credit MSN Messenger with all of my touch typing skills.
Oh no, I had a series of games and teachers that taught you how to type properly.
I vaguely remember something about home row, and I just typed a lot on MSN Messenger.
Never used Messenger.
It was the thing.
I was an uncool person. I'm also older than you, so I might have missed
it was the thing when I was in junior
one.
high. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's your Messenger?"
No.
I was definitely not cool, but I still had some people on there.
Nope.
The poke button, or was it the poke button or the nudge button or something? It would.
Facebook has one of those, don't they?
I hope they got rid of that, because that's the most annoying thing. Because your
friends used to bug me all the time.
That jerk friend would like hammer on the poke button and it would shake your screen. You're like, stop!
Yeah, I never replied, so people gave up. A fascinating mix of pro technology and Hutterite. You notice that? I have some things that are teched out to the max and some things that are so old school. They're ridiculous. Like I can't use fancy can openers. But my smartphone.
Smarter the better.
My smartphone has more computing power than it took us to get to the moon. I'm like, sure. Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. All right. What do we have next? I'm out of tea.
Yarn on the go.
Oh, well, I didn't really go anywhere. I just did the normal adult things, so.
I did gaming this week. Got to play games in a couple of different places. It's the same game every time. Played a lot of giant killer robots this week.
Oh, that explains the photo of the giant killer robots.
In fact, the orange robot went very nicely with the yarn I was using.
It really did.
So, Giant Killer Robots is a game by Weta Workshop, and you are a giant robot, and you can deploy smaller support robots, and you crush buildings for points and glory and entertainment value.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
With very entertainingly named cards. Like, I was the pink high sugar robot, the sugar company robot.
Sure.
And so my primary weapon was shake your bonbons.
Of course it was. And you know somebody put a lot of thought into that one.
Yeah. So I had a good time. I won.
Oh, hey.
By 1 point. It was a really close game.
It doesn't matter. You won.
I did.
It
was a good game, though. I enjoyed it.
If you guys know gamers in your life, Diana and I, we're not the type that wins.
Yeah, I think I've won 2 or 3 games this year, so I've met my quota. I'm done. I'm not winning any more board games this year.
Yeah. That was one of those ones where I played Warhammer the other week. Was it the other week? Just the other week or the week before? last week in June. So yeah, it was just last week I was up playing Warhammer. I win so rarely that when I do, we stop and double check the point count, because both of us think something might be wrong. I play with one of my, primarily with one of my ex-boyfriends. His wife kicks him out the door, and we go play Warhammer on his days off from work. So he won this time, which made a lot more sense in my brain, because I think I've won against him 3 or 4 times in the decade we've been playing this game together. I don't win very often.
But it's glorious when you do.
Oh, I'm always absolutely flabbergasted, because I'm like, excuse me? What now? Are we sure we did the math right on that one? We do, and I gotta double check, because I'm like, I don't know.
Anyway. So, GKR, Giant Killer Robots.
Giant
Fun
Killer
game.
Robots?
Also sometimes winds up with downtime, so also okay for knitting during it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, not Warhammer.
No.
No,
Much math and strategizing.
Much math and strategizing. Which explains why I lose a lot. Math.
I lose because strategizing. Crap strategy right here.
I play orcs, there is no strategy.
Wah! Red mate go fast!
You're playing them correctly. They just run across the table to find things to punch. That is what they do. And I enjoy my redneck space vegetables, and I am comfortable with them and how they play. I delightfully play them to fluff, and it brings me great joy.
Fair enough.
Yep. I'm sure people can play them strategically. I don't.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
Not to me.
I want to play them the way I get to yell.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because one of your special abilities is triggered when you yell in real life. It's kind of cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love games like that make you do stupid stuff.
You're like, oh, well, you thought you were a mature adult. You were wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I suppose it doesn't leave a lot, does it?
No, got a tiny bit of wool gathering.
Cool. Oh yes, your brother gave you yarn.
My brother is gearing up to move not just cities this time, but whole provinces. So as such, he's downsizing. And so a long time ago, he bought some sock yarn, and we spent a lovely afternoon trying to teach him to knit socks. It went pretty well, and he never touched it again.
That's nice. Was that the day we went to the park? And your mom and your brother and his boyfriend came?
Maybe. Okay, maybe we knit more than once. Anyway, end result.
He definitely came to a knit in public day with us.
Huh.
Out at the park.
I remember this now. Now that you mention it.
Yeah. She remembers it now.
Anyway, end result. I got the yarn back. What is in here? Hang on. There's something solid in here. What?
You can tell she investigates things. You also apparently got sewing thread.
No, it's the yarn, but it's
wound around a sewing bobbin.
I'm really confused what this is. It was buried inside the ball.
He probably that's the sock he probably started, and he unwound it.
No, it's wound way too nicely to be wound by hand. This is a machine wound.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I've seen some nice winding in my life.
There was a bobbin of sock yarn in my sock yarn. I'm really confused.
Call your brother and ask him when we're done.
I'm okay. Well, discoveries! Anyway, so I've got a nice ball of Shawl from Laying Yarns. It's, oh my god, it's German again. Why?
Because you guys picked that yarn?
It's I think it's probably supposed to be Shawl or Jawwool.
Stay tuned for this fall where Diana starts learning German, because
yeah, pretty much.
We really have reached that point.
Oh no, wait, it's made in Italy for Lang & Co.
Okay, so it's Italian yarn. So you're learning.
Oh no, wait, Swedish. It's Swedish.
Swedish? So you're learning Swedish?
Apparently.
Okay.
So it probably is Jawwool.
I don't know. Again, I don't speak
anyway
language.
It's blue and it's various shades of blue and black and white and speckles, and it's going to be self-striping sock, and I probably will just make my brother a pair of socks, and I'm going to put this
it's
back.
Not like he's got giant feet or anything.
No, they're about the same size as my feet, actually.
Oh, yeah,
so I'll make a pair of socks that fits me, and they'll probably fit him just fine.
Oh,
so I'll probably just make him a pair of socks, because this is some nice wool that I'm probably going to start some socks on.
Sure. I got to pick up some socks.
I got my bag back. I totally forgot to give him his bag.
Okay.
I have too many.
Overly worried about it?
I have too many tech swag bags. I don't remember when I give them away. It's a nice bag. Oh yes, and our Patreon knit in.
Oh yes.
Is what date did I write down? July 20th, which is a Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be noon our time.
Yes, our time being CDT, Central Daylight Time.
Daylight Savings Central.
Whatever.
Daylight
CDT
saving.
Is the code.
Yeah. Yeah, CD, because they automatically do that when you look it up, don't they?
Yeah.
Push it over to Daylight Savings Time?
Yeah.
So it is what we do once a month. We meet up with our Patreon members online, so everybody can chill at home in their pajamas. And we knit for a couple of hours and chat, and we get to see what you guys are working on over the internets.
Yeah, it's fun.
Which is exciting. It's really good. I enjoy doing it. I'm excited. I'm sorry we've missed the last 2 months because life.
Being away and funerals and yeah.
They call them celebration of life services now.
Oh, is that what they're called now?
That's too much wordage.
I haven't been to one as an adult, so I don't know.
I've been to a lot. Also been to a lot of weddings. But that's fine.
Weddings and a funeral? Okay. Moving on.
That was a movie.
Yeah, it was.
It took me a while, but I got there. Like, wait a minute, I should know those words.
It's a very entertaining movie. Despite the fact that it has a funeral in it. It's a good movie for weddings and a funeral.
Never seen it.
It's a Hugh Grant movie. It's kind of fun.
I don't like some of Grant's stuff, and some of his stuff I don't like. Loved him in Bridget Jones' Diaries. Both of them.
I generally enjoy British stuff. I don't know, the British sense of humor just, I get it. Resonates with me.
I enjoyed the fight scene in Bridget Jones' Diary.
There's a fight
and
scene?
then the second one. It's a very mamby-pamby girly man fight scene. Who are you? Why are we friends? You're going to watch that movie.
I've seen it, and I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a huge fight scene in both of them.
Okay, I need to go watch all the Bridget Jones
gosh.
movies again.
Where was your brain?
I don't know, maybe I watched it on a sick day. I might have fallen asleep partway through. I've definitely watched it.
We're watching it.
Okay.
Right after this, because it offends me that you don't remember this fight scene, and it is like the highlight of the movie for me. Okay.
Moving right along. Literature. What have we been reading this week?
I finally finished some books.
Hey, what have you finished?
I finally finished The Priory of the Orange Tree.
That's a freaking massive book.
It was.
It's gonna be like a 700-page book.
Try over a 1,000-page book, dear.
Woo! Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
like, I said at least.
It's a beefy book. And I look forward to reading the next one. And no, I won't tell you anything about it because it'll spoil it, and I don't want to do that. I'll go with, hey, it's fantasy. There are lead female characters. There's a lot of not Caucasian going on, which is nice. There's some Caucasian, but not a lot.
Even allowed?
It's definitely got a twist on dragons and magic, and it is well written. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm going to have to wait forever if the size of the first one's any indication.
It's very much on my list of things to read. It sounds really good.
Oh, it was so delightful. I did it on Audible, and it was a delight to listen to. Absolute delight. The narrator did a very good job.
Excellent.
So
I am glad.
I also finally wrapped up the second reread of the second book in the V.E. Schwab Darker Shade of Magic Chronicle series, which I believe is a Conjuring of Light. No, Gathering of Shadows.
Gathering of Storms is
Gathering
what you told
of
me earlier
Storms.
when I wrote that in the show notes.
That's probably what it was then, because I was looking at it at that point. I'm currently rereading the trilogy and making some massive notes, so it's not like just a 17-hour listen for me at this point, because I'm writing a ton of notes per book to help with the creation of a TTRPG that I'm doing with some friends. So some of us fangirled about the series hard enough that we wanted to make a pretend world to go play in, which is what we're doing.
Sounds great. That sounds like a
It's
special
intense.
level of nerd that I really appreciate.
It's intense, and I'm loving every moment of it. So we're doing that, and I volunteered to do the books and the notes and stuff. So I am on to book 3, which is A Conjuring of Light. One of them is book 3. Anyway, I'm super excited because book 3 is my favorite in the trilogy. So I am pumped to be working on it. So that'll be probably a week plus for me, because again, I stop every minute or two and take a note. I'm going to go with comprehensive.
Yeah. Wow.
Comprehensive. So I got those 2 done on the Audible, and I got the third one started. So I'm super excited. And then I finally finished a digital book, which was The Reluctant Duke.
Which sounds hilarious.
It was a delightful male-female romance in historical England. And I enjoyed it because I enjoy me a good romantic romp. It's fun. It's what we like to call bodice rippers.
Not terribly deep, I imagine.
No, I didn't
But
want
a lot
it to
of
be.
fun.
But it was really good to read, and I enjoyed it, and I attached to the characters, which is the important part.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes you read things that are very well written, and you're like, dear heavens, I couldn't give two figs about this person I'm reading about. That's not good.
Not so much.
Not so much. So that's what I've been doing this week that's been reading with.
All I have is a library book hold. Let me start that sentence over. There is a library app where you can get audiobooks checked out on your phone without having to go to the library,
Libby?
which is super convenient. Yes,
Libby? Yeah.
Libby. So I placed a hold
Somebody's
on...
playing with her water cup.
Oh dear.
Can you hear it?
I placed a hold on a book in like February, and it finally came up, so I finally have this book.
I was like, what book was it? Oh, never mind. It's because this is a super popular book.
Yeah. The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, the other Marie Kondo book. When I read the first one, I was like really into it, and so I'm like, I'm gonna read the other one. And yeah, so it's been like, it was on a 15-week hold or something.
Uh-huh. It just means you got in line, last in line to listen to it. Yeah.
15 more people are waiting for it. So I gotta hurry up and listen to that this week.
I know it's a very, very popular series of books. You know why? It's available in large print.
Ooh.
That tells you something. Hey, listen, super excited. I think you can finally get all the Harry Potter in large print.
Finally. Like 20 years later?
Don't even get me started with large print. Unless it's Dan Brown. They assume you don't want to read it in a large font. Large print books are a sore spot for me. They don't publish as many as I think they should.
I worked in a library briefly. I seem to remember all the large print books being romance and westerns.
Only if
and some like fiction. There's a lot of westerns.
Nora Roberts kind of romance.
Yeah.
And I'm not into that. It's not the kind of stuff I like to read. So yeah, no, there's not a ton of options if you like the stuff I like. So.
So audiobooks. Audiobooks are great.
Digital and audio all the way for me these days. Unless it's hardcover, I can still read those sometimes. I don't want to hold 1,000+ page book anymore. I picked the Prior of the Orange Tree up off the shelf and went, dear heaven. I'd throw my back out, Carrie. That's right on. Freaking 18, I would have been like, must carry it everywhere.
Just get your weightlifting in for the day.
Well, now I know why I had so many muscles when I was younger. Dear heavens. Oh, gosh.
I think that just leaves us with events.
Woohoo! Well, we've got a standard array of events going on, because we do. I obviously did not work on anything for the Across the Prairies Cal this week.
Neither did I. We're great.
You
We're
say
great
it as though that's shocking. You haven't even wound your yarn yet.
I haven't even bought the pattern yet.
The sigh, guys. The sigh.
I took that one picture, and that's about as far as I got.
I'm not letting her leave the house till the yarn is wound. She's here till it's wound. That's how that's going to work. We've got time.
Okay.
You can't pick up your husband till 5 o'clock, because that's when GW closes. It's like a small child. He gets out of daycare at 5.
Fair.
And you'll probably end up going to your in-laws for dinner, I suspect.
No, we got laundry to do today.
Oh, never mind. Home for laundry. So that's going on. I could have casted on something this week, and it should have been my doodler, which is the Stephen West shawl that I will be doing for the Across the Prairies CalNet. Instead, I casted on a sweater, because I'm crazy. So I am going to definitely pick that up and start that this week, because we only have 3 months, and that time's going to fly real fast. So I'm going to get started on mine. I'll be doing mine out of Halloween colors, so it'll be my Halloween shawl. I am currently participating in Stash Dash. Stash Dash is a summer-long craft-along to challenge yourself, hosted by the Knit Girls. They have all the rules and regulations and videos and stuff on their platforms. What you do is you pick a kilometer goal of yarn to finish things in, and you challenge yourself to make it. I've not picked my goal for this year. Last year I injured my wrist pretty bad.
And you still made like 10K?
I still made 10K, but I had challenged myself to 15. So I feel like this year, instead of doing a kilometers, I'm just going to challenge myself to get some stuff finished and get it off. And then I'll take a look at how much yardage I have closer to the end of Stash Dash and just go into that kilometer markage and upload it all at once.
I'm not officially participating. I'm competing purely against myself to actually finish things that I really want to wear.
Yes.
That, you know, I would love to finish the things that I started 2 years ago. It would be really great.
I think
I have
you
at
would
least
thoroughly
2 of
enjoy
those
this.
in my active pile.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're so close on your Celtic knot
I know.
border.
It's just because I can't do it while I'm conversing or watching TV or stuff.
That's a thinking pattern.
And I just haven't wanted to do that kind of knitting. I've been very much enjoying the simple lace and garter stitch of the fade, which is why I did like 10 inches this week.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because I took my Find Your Fade out to my mom's 2 years ago and finished it out there because it was absolutely wonderful to just sit and visit with mom and chat and work on that, or talk with dad in the evenings, or go out and visit family and friends and stuff. So it made for great travel knitting until we got close to the end, and then it was huge.
Yeah.
And my mom's cat slept under it because he likes sleeping under wool, or on top of wool, or wrapped up in wool. Mr. Smokey. Alright, what else we got going on?
Tour de Fleece we already talked about.
Yeah, and that's a spinning thing that's going to runs from the 6th of July for 21 days, so I don't know math.
27th?
Thank you. Oh my god, it ends on the Saturday of... I'm already double booked that Saturday. Holy Hannah! And my parents are in town.
The 27th is also another Little Britain pop-up fiber festival at Little Britain United Church in Lockport.
Yeah.
Just outside of Lockport.
We're going to that.
It's also the weekend of Icon, which is not fiber related, but we're also going to that.
It's because you and I both enjoy anime.
Yeah.
Me a little more than you. I tend to go a little nerdy about it.
Yeah. But I really love watching or like seeing everybody's costumes. I feel like there's
so
generally higher quality costumes at Icon.
So many good cosplayers
versus other cons that I've been to.
It's crazy.
It's great.
I love the appreciation for the art form. So good.
It's really fun. And there's fun
good.
Japanese candy
Everywhere.
It's great.
I want more of those red bean paste
donut
things.
The mochi red bean paste.
Yeah, I think we have to go crazy on those this year. Yeah. So, I mean, Diana and I will be together pretty much all weekend, and we will be all over the place. That's how that's gonna work. So, crazy weekend. I think we might end up recording on the Monday that week.
That seems reasonable.
I think by Sunday I'll be like, I need a nap. So that's our end of our month. And then we don't have any festivals till the Manitoba Fiber Festival in September. And then I'm off to Knit City in October.
Yep.
Hopefully with you, my dear.
We shall see.
For sure with Terry, but
we shall see.
We will see if we can sneak a Diana out there too.
It's gonna be an interesting time.
I'm sure we can swing it.
It'll be interesting.
It'll be good. So
I believe that's everything.
That's it. That's all. Until I find something else to get distracted by.
Which, yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, that's my normal operating procedure.
Yeah.
So I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
Well,
Always in the middle of the road. Well, it's because we're done now. So therefore.